Good morning, children. In the previous classes, we have discussed how population becomes a resource. We know when population increases in different countries, when there is high population or huge population, sometimes this population becomes an asset for the nation, like other natural resources. Or sometimes the huge population becomes a liability or a burden for the nation. How these both differences taking place in any nation? We know that when the people or the number of people increases or population increases, government has many basic facilities to arrange the people. People should be given or provided the basic amenities by the government. In case government fails to provide all these basic amenities to the people, these people become a liability for the government. As we know that the government provides basic amenities including education, health facilities, etc. What happens here? We know the people become highly educated and this population becomes skilled and trained in various activities, so that they can contribute to the development of the nation. They can contribute from their part something for the development of the nation. So various factors are depending for the development of any nation that we have studied. Education is important, health facilities are also important, as government has to provide nutritious food to the public. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about another important factor necessary for the development of any nation, that is health. Okay, so here we know that we have studied two persons, Vilas and Sagal, in the previous classes, that how the education was necessary, how what is the necessity of education in a person's life, also how education changed the life of these people. Okay, one was educated, the other one was uneducated. The educated person could succeed in his life, his way of life, his standard of living and the cost of living all increased, so that he could contribute something for the development of nation. We know that when any firm or any industry, their maximum profit is their motto. Okay, so public sector and private sector we have studied earlier classes. Public sector concentrates more for public welfare, but the private sector concentrates more in profit maximization. So any industry, their main motto in the private sector is to maximize profit only. Do you think any firm would be induced to employ people who might not work efficiently as healthy workers because of their ill health? So here we know that people who are healthy, they can work more efficiently in any field. So if people are ill healthy, they cannot contribute more or the better development of any firm. So the health of the person helps him to realize his or her potential. So how much potential or ability or efficiency they have, they can understand themselves. Okay, so that if a healthy person can fight illness, okay, so he or she will not be able to maximize his or her output to the overall growth of the organization if they are ill healthy. Okay, if they are ill, okay, if they are unhealthy, they cannot contribute to the firm. So here we know that any organization, in case of whether it is public sector or private sector, their contribution will be very less, and because of their ill health they are inefficient, they are unskilled also. Okay, so here indeed if health is an indispensable basis for realizing one's well-being, henceforth improvement in the health status of the population has been the most important priority of the country. Okay, education is the second priority. First of all, government has to provide nutritious food to the people, so that their health will be improving. Okay, so that we know that in the government schools, midday meal system has introduced. Here what is the aim of the midday meal system? When the children are healthy, only in a healthy body only a healthy mind can exist. Okay, so that purpose the midday meal system or this scheme has introduced introduced by the government. So here our national policy in India to aims at improving the accessibility of health care. That means primary health centers are introduced or implemented in the or established in the rural sectors also. Then family welfare, nutritional service with a special focus on the underprivileged segment of the population, which means the backward classes or backward communities in our rural areas. We know that tribal regions, tribal SC or ST or the backward communities, they are completely backward in the health sector also. So that improving their health facilities, our government has arranged. We have studied earlier classes about PDS, okay, public distribution system, which is introduced in our country through the ration shops in the all areas. Subsidy rate food materials or food grains are provided to the economically backward communities. Okay, so here these are all the initiatives taken by the government in order to develop or improve the health of the people. So such kind of infrastructure also has been developed in our country. So manpower required in the primary sector, secondary and tertiary sector in the government as well as in the private sector. We know once they are healthy or if their health are better, they can contribute to the nation. So here we know that there are some measures, the measures which have been adopted by the government have increased the life expectancy also. We know early death, okay, occurred in our country because of malnutrition. Large scale early death occurred. So here, due to the improvement in the health facilities, the life expectancy, more ages to people live has increased. We know that it was about 68.3 in the years of 2014. The life expectancy is increased in a large scale. Also, infant mortality rate (IMR), that is so the child death occurring below 5 years. Soon after the birth, below 5 years, the child death occurred largely in our country due to malnutrition. So that also called infant mortality rate. It also has come down from 147 in 1951. It was during the period post-independence also. We know that 1951 it was 147 child infant mortality rate. It has dropped to 37 when we reached 2015. It has come to 2015 it became 37. So crude birth rates have dropped to 20.8 and also death rates, another important factor, death rates also has decreased. We know that in the same duration it was also 6.5 only. So increasing the life expectancy and assessing the future programs of the country, the increasing longevity of the life. What is the life expectancy? That means the average period or age people can live. Okay, it has increased. That shows the people's health have improved. Okay, the health of the people in our country has improved. Then we know that the children also now their infant mortality rate also has come down. That means more number of children are born, they live a long life. Okay, so here this also are indicator of good quality of life. Okay, so reduction in the infant mortality rate also involves the protection of children from the infection, ensuring the nutrition of both the mother and child care. So that here we know that government arranged such facilities so the providing nutritious food to the children and even their mother, so that their life expectancy also has increased. There are also many places in India which do not have even the basic facilities, like this type of basic facilities are not available such particular regions in our country. So we know total number of medical colleges in the country are 381 only. 381 medical colleges all over India. There are 301 dental colleges and also here just 4 states like Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu only have the maximum number of colleges also. Okay, so these we can find out these are all southern states. Okay, southern states states, Maharashtra, Andhra, Karnataka, or these are the states. Tamil Nadu also have medical colleges or other health facilities better. When we are thinking about the northern states of central India, there are lack of these amenities. Okay, so these are about the health, how which is important in the development of a human population or the human resource. How the health improves the people, then the population becomes a resource for the nation. So in the next class we will study about unemployment.